What should I draw now? How about a turkey?
Fine.
You jeopardize every single thing that's ever been important.
I don't know what you want.
Well, how would you know what you're so full of yourself? How would you know what anybody else wanted?
Let's say it's the turkey's birthday and he's getting completely tons of presents.
Fine.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Answer me.
So many doors.
I can't stand this anymore.
Get the orange juice.
Are you with us?
I'm with you.
Just checking.
That was not my ball.
Connie, when I clean up, you just cover the back, would you?
I was covering the back. Look, just play the game.
Here, eat it.
What is it?
It's a very certain dessert and you better eat it.
Maybe later.
Eat it now.
Come on, Trudy, it's dirt.
Pretend. Why aren't you playing tennis?
It's me.
We're not drinking our carrot juice.
Don't ever do that again. You have no right to belittle me in public.
I wasn't belittling you. I was just trying to bring your attention to the fact that your mind was not on the game.
Let's drop
You
it.
have every white thing on and you didn't even play.
No, I'm curious. Where was your mind?
I don't want to talk about it.
I have to go to the bathroom.
I'm covering the net. I can't be looking back over my shoulder wondering where you are. You have to counter.
If you can't see me, how can you criticize my game?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Can you wait until we get home, sweetheart?
You'll know when I explode. This person will self-destruct.
Hello? Oh, hi, Dan. What's the word? Oh, no. Thursday's no good. I'll be in Denver. No, I can't today. I have a lunch meeting.
You have a meeting today?
Can we get his number on the item?
You have Jenny this afternoon.
Maybe Rosemary has it.
Stephen, you have Jenny this afternoon.
Hold on a minute. I have a meeting this afternoon.
You never told me about it.
At least 3 times.
I'm starving to the point of death.
Remember, you were going to be with
I'll call you right back. Why didn't you leave her with Trudy?
because you were going to take her.
I can't cancel my meeting.
Of course not. Chris, can you take Jenny?
I have to hang my art show.
Well, can you at least get her organized with Helen or Trudy before you leave?
What if they're busy?
Chris, please, we're in a real bind here.
Fine.
I've known about this meeting for 2 weeks.
I don't know what you do from 1 minute to the next.
Fine. I'll have Rosemary run off my schedule for you every day. How would that be, Connie? Would that make you happy?
Look, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just asking for once in a while if we can make things a little clearer around here. And we can do your to-do.
I tried to make it clear. That's why I told you about it 2 weeks ago.
You're just spinning around the house.
Grilled cheese and chocolate milk.
In a minute.
So much fun.
Yeah, close the door.
Register.
Bad day for Bunny.
They came back. Who did? The old fish people under my bed.
Touche, I've ever went.
I don't want to see them anymore. Dry lips, their mournful eyes, and scaly skin.
Do they have bodies or only heads?
They have bodies, all right. They come from the swamps, but they don't get to go there anymore. They're all dried out, clammy.
Well, maybe you're seeing into another dimension. Got you. You're a
Bunny's
dead.
all ripped.
die, Ronald. I killed you.
I want Mommy.
Mommy's not here.
I want her.
She'll be home soon.
Call Mommy.
I don't know where she is.
She's at Slim Nasty's.
No, she's not. She's out working somewhere.
But where?
Who knows?
I cut my knee, too.
Time out. How'd you do that?
I was on that chair, throwing Bunny up and spinning and jumping down to catch him. And he hit the bookcase and I fell down.
We're going over to Ben's. You coming?
I've got Jenny.
I'm too young to be alone. It can be dangerous.
Bring her along.
Gets too complicated.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
So long.
Fix Bunny.
Not now. Gotta put something on your knee. Come on inside.
I want Mommy.
So do I. Come on.
Have some more beef. Everybody's so creepy quiet.
Your mother and I have something to tell you. I'll start, and then your mother can say what she wants to say. First, I want to tell you that your mother and I both love you very much. Let's remember that. Your mother and I are getting a divorce. For a long time now, Mommy and I haven't been getting along very well. There have been a lot of fights. We don't make each other happy, and that's not good. Sometimes the person you marry changes, and sometimes you change. Well, your mom and I have both changed in 16 years since we got married.
The phone's ringing.
Hello? I can't talk right now. I have to call you back.
Mom and I have been talking about this problem of us both changing and what to do about it. We've been talking about it for a couple of months. That's about right, isn't it, Connie? Anyway, we finally faced the fact that it's never going to be any different.
Bunny's leaving.
You need to hear this, Jenny. Now sit back and don't fiddle with the tape.
Come here, sweetheart.
It's not healthy for any of us to be where there's fighting all the time. Nobody's been very happy. Now, what this means, Jenny, is that I won't be living here anymore. I'll be living in a different place. I mean, you and I will be living in the same place sometimes. And you and Mommy will be living in the same place sometimes. But Mommy and I will be living in different places.
We can't do this.
Let me finish, Chris.
No! We can't talk now.
Chris, please.
No! Jenny and I are not going to get ripped apart and played off against you and Mom and shoved off alone on airplanes and mixed up over the holidays.
It isn't going to be
Yes,
like
it
that.
is. It's always like that.
Please, Chris, don't make this any harder.
I don't want to talk about it.
We have to talk about it.
You're not going to do this.
We'll get through this, I promise.
I don't want to get through it.
Don't turn on me, Chris. It's not the way I wanted it.
Then don't do it.
Aren't you cold?
Can somebody help me with Jenny, please?
What is it?
She's in her toy chest. She won't come out.
Excuse me. Jenny?
I'm not here.
Yes, you are. You're in your toy chest.
Bunny's in the toy chest. I disappeared.
You're not gonna get divorced. Jenny, if you're worried about that, you can forget it.
But what if it's in their minds? The Navy side. And they're grown up and big.
I don't care what they decide. I won't let them do it.
What can you do?
I don't know yet.
Nothing, that's what. They made up their minds to a stupid way. So who will take care of Bunny?
You will, just like you always do.
But I won't be any place.
You will.
But no, if Mommy goes away from Daddy and Daddy goes away from Mommy, then I'm on the sidewalk.
You're not on the sidewalk.
Don't be mad.
I'm not mad. I'm trying to help you.
You're not doing a very good job.
Listen, Jenny. No matter what they do, they're not gonna rip us apart. I'm gonna be with you, and you're gonna be with me, and we're not gonna be on any sidewalk.
Funny Bunny Richardson is the best bunny in the whole world. He needs me. He's the best and helpless bunny.
They're gonna like catch this crocodile and bring it back to the zoo for research or something. But these other guys plant dynamite in him. So he explodes and he blows up these two research guys, like, at the same moment.
Does he die instantly, or does he sense his body parts dispersing?
Hi.
Hi. What's wrong? Nothing.
Something's wrong. I feel it in my nerves.
Come on now, don't make a whole big thing.
Please tell us. We have to know. I plead with you on bended knees. Get up, Haverman.
What's going on?
Parents are getting a divorce.
It's terrible. It's real depressing. Yeah, but they're not gonna get away with it.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, I went through that stage too. All 3 times.
Yeah, like you want to stop it because you think you caused it. One of my psychiatrists told me that.
I didn't cause anything.
You didn't cause anything? Ever?
Shut up, Haverman. Don't you have feelings?
Anyway, don't worry about it. It'll all work itself out. My dad and my stepmom and my mom and her boyfriend, they all started out like fighting, but now they're all best friends. They play cards every Tuesday and they have like this timeshare condo in Barbados.
What are those peaches called?
What peaches?
The ones without any hair.
Nectarines?
Nectarines. I couldn't think of what the hell they were called. It's like, oh, you know that can drive you crazy?
You drive me crazy. My parents are getting a divorce and all you can think about is nectarines. What's the matter with you?
I'm sorry. It was just, you know, like, I couldn't think. It was jamming my brain. Up, Ben. All hands on deck. Hey, I'm sorry about the nectarines.
Forget it.
I get crazy sometimes.
Tell me about it.
Listen, it's not so bad. You're gonna get more attention and presents and stuff than you ever had. It's called guilt. We're both gonna get it. They're gonna get it, and you're gonna reap the benefits.
Yeah, but then I run the risk of going crazy like you.
Well, there's that.
So, you see that North Carolina and Rhode Island had a whole different idea. They didn't want any part of the Constitution or the new government until the Bill of Rights was proposed in 1789. Then they got interested. Ben, what did you just hear?
History.
So far, so good. Tell me everything you know about the Bill of Rights.
It's got 10 things.
Amendments.
Amendments, right.
What else?
I like it.
Why?
It says a lot about freedom.
Such as?
What?
What does it have to say about freedom?
I'm a little hazy on the specifics.
Read it. Amy, what is the purpose of the Bill of Rights?
The purpose of the Bill of Rights is to safeguard people's rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It also prevents the government from violating these rights. The first Congress thought that people have rights that are inborn and that no one should be able to deprive them of these rights.
Okay, and how is that accomplished?
The judicial system, trial by jury, things like that.
Mrs. Price,
Yeah,
when does this stuff start?
rephrase your question.
The Bill of Rights. Is there an age you can be when you don't get those things?
You mean, do kids have legal rights?
Yeah.
You bet they do. A lot of them, everywhere except this classroom.
How do I find out about that?
Kids' rights?
Yeah.
There's a book called The Rights of Young People. Check the library. If they don't have it, I can get it for you.
Thanks.
Okay. Where's your Jefferson paper?
It's in my computer. I couldn't print it because it was thundering.
That's the best one I've ever heard.
I've got a hunch Esmeralda's the girl for me. I've got a hunch that these bells are gonna set us free. Guess what? Mr. Stewart says I'm already better than Charles Lund.
I like the media.
Ew! I hate it when cheese sweats. Look at this. A perfectly decent sandwich decimated in the heat of my locker.
Life is hard.
Hey, how's it going, Chris?
Hey, are you with your father tonight?
What day is it?
Tuesday.
Yeah, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. It's me, my father, and what's her name?
Sherry.
Sherry, right. Why do you want my dad?
I want to stop the divorce.
How are you gonna do that?
I don't know yet. That's why I need to talk to your father.
Nobody charges.
No, what?
$150 an hour.
Dollars?
That's even for phone calls. The phone rings, he picks up, on goes the timer. As the minutes tick by, there goes your life savings down the toilet.
Couldn't I talk to him as a friend?
He doesn't have any friends.
Well, don't lawyers have different prices?
Yeah, they got different prices. The rotten ones are cheap.
I know a lawyer in Elmsford. I dated his nephew.
$1.50 a minute.
Sometimes he works free.
Danger Patrol.
No, I think he's some sort of genius or something.
Well, could you take me there?
I don't have a car.
We can take our bikes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll meet you on Commodore in half an hour. What are we doing here?
This is where he works.
I thought he was a lawyer.
He is, but he does other stuff too. Hi, Joey.
Hey, Marion. How's your love life?
I'll tell you later. Is Archie here?
Yeah, he's in the office.
It's not your oil, Mrs. Winderman. I know all about it. Check your seatbelts, Mrs. Winderman. If they're not hooked up, the car won't start.
Hi, Archie. This is my friend Chris. He has to talk to a lawyer.
Oh, yeah? Think back, Mrs. Winderman. Remember last February, Joey had to pick up a Thornwood with the frozen meat?
Can we take one?
Hook him up, Mrs. Winderman. Try it now.
Can he talk to you, Archie?
Yeah, what do you want?
My parents are getting a divorce.
Joey! Don't forget the tail lights for the 320i.
Right.
I want to sue them.
Hold on, start over again. What?
My parents are getting a divorce and I want to sue them.
Yeah, well, what do you want to sue them for?
I don't want them to get divorced.
Well, what do you want to sue them for? You want damages? Do you want to throw them in jail? What do you want?
I want to keep the divorce from happening.
They sent the wrong mounts.
For what?
The 320.
That's the last time I'm dealing with those guys. Call up what's his name and tell him I'm going to start an account over there.
So anyway, I don't think they should get divorced.
Who's that, your parents?
Yes.
Why not?
It's a mistake.
How come?
They belong together.
So what are they going to divorce for?
They're confused.
How do you know?
They're my parents. I know them.
It's a tough situation. Yes, Mrs. Winderman. Do me a favor, will you? Next time this happens, check your seatbelts first so we don't have to go through this every 2 months. Good, thank you. The woman's an idiot. She ought to have her license taken away from her. Joey! You gotta rotate backwards tire.
Hey, is this a good time? Maybe we should talk when you're not so busy.
I'm always busy.
I could come back later.
This is good.
So what do you think I should do?
I don't know. It sounds like a tough situation.
I want to stop it.
How you gonna do that?
I don't know. That's what I need a lawyer for.
Lawyers don't stop divorces. They like them. They're lucrative.
So what should I do?
If I were you, I'd forget about the whole thing. You'll never win, but that's not even my main objection.
What's your main objection?
Joey, where's the 916? Right where you left it.
Can you hear me under there?
Yeah.
What's your main objection?
Pain. You fight for something you believe in. Nobody cares. There's no laws to help you. It's useless torture.
I've got rights. Trial by jury. Says so in the Constitution. Justice for all should mean justice for all.
Yeah, well, it's the 20th century. Nobody takes that stuff literally anymore.
So what am I supposed to do? Sit by and watch it happen? I try those fancy lawyers and they charge $150 an hour. And where am I supposed to get the money? And then I go to you and you say forget it. And that's supposed to mean the end of it? But I'm right. That should count for something.
I agree with you.
What about my sister? She's 6 years old and she's too young to do anything. So the hell with her? Well, I don't like that way of thinking. I think it stinks.
So do I.
So what am I supposed to do?
Good question. Come back tonight at 7 o'clock upstairs. We'll talk some more.
Benjamin bit me on the nose.
Where's Mom?
See, he was quite a baby, but then he bit me on the nose.
You were at Trudy's?
Yep, look what Trudy's mom made.
Guess what?
It's a vest. She stitched him too, but it didn't hurt him. He doesn't have feelings because he doesn't have skin.
I think we have a lawyer.
Trudy beat her cat in the backyard.
I had one meeting with him already and another one tonight.
He used to snore.
If it goes good, we can stop the divorce.
She was a snoring thing just like Dad.
Did you hear me?
Turnip muscles. What time is it?
5:30.
Oh, God, I slept for 3 hours. I have all this work to do. Trudy got bad breath. She stuck lima beans up her nose, and they rotted.
Jane Merriwell called.
I don't know.
I have 2 articles due tomorrow. I'll never make it. What are you doing? It's almost supper time.
I'm not having supper. I've got homework, then I have a meeting. I'll be out.
Out where?
I have to see my lawyer.
What lawyer?
I'm suing you, Mom. I'm gonna stop the divorce.
You're not going anywhere tonight. Chris, I'm talking to you.
I heard you.
Where are you going?
To my room. I'm eating, I'm doing my homework, and I'm going out.
Okay, start from the beginning. Slowly. Tell me everything that happened.
Last night, my dad told me and my sister about the divorce. He said he and my mom had tried everything and it wasn't working. But I don't think that's true. I don't think they've tried everything.
Maybe they don't love each other.
They do.
Not for you. How do you know?
I know. It's not the family that's wrong, it's the way they're acting.
How are they acting?
Different.
How?
Archie, sit down. We used to do stuff together.
Like what?
Like picnics or playing music or hiking in the woods. We planted a tree, we painted the house. Just the 4 of us.
Archie, sit down and listen to him. Let me take care of this.
I'll help.
I don't know what happened. Everything just slowly started to fall apart. They got more busy and more grouchy and they stayed away more and more. And now they're never home. They put all their time and energy into other stuff.
Such as?
Such as making money and jobs and working and shopping and jogging and I don't know what. They're gonna mess up the life of my little sister and I don't think that's right. I don't think it's fair and I don't think it's constitutional.
You never win.
Why not?
Because you're interfering in the lives of other people. What they do amongst themselves is their business.
Where's the Parmesan?
It's right here behind the antifreeze. Lie down. Lie down.
Look, maybe I'll look like a total jerk, but if I feel something is true, I don't think it's right to lie about it or shut up. If a family is breaking up and one of the people knows it's a mistake and sees another person in the family being hurt bad, then I think they should do something.
Yeah, but if you could force them to live together, let's say you could do that, don't you think they'd stay unhappy? I mean, wouldn't it be worse? They'd have no option of living apart. They'd have no choice about it. That's a very rough spot to put them into.
But it wouldn't be like that. They don't want this divorce. They're confused. That happens to people. It's like the worst parts of them come out, and it runs things, and it's bad, but then it passes. Haven't you ever had that happen? You get caught in something, it starts running you, you can't stop. They'll see the mistake, I know they will. But what if they're already divorced or married to other people? What are they gonna do then? It'll be too late. I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't true. Please, Mr. Crowley, help me. I don't know what else to do.
Well, you got guts, kid. I'll say that for you. You're gonna go through this no matter what anybody tells you. My advice is to go get a lawyer.
What do you mean? I thought you were a lawyer.
Well, I mean, I have a diploma, but I don't practice.
Then what am I doing here?
You told me you wanted legal advice. My advice is to go and get a lawyer.
Well, don't you take cases?
No.
Yes, you do. What are you telling him things like that for?
I don't take cases anymore.
Yes, you do. What about that man with the tree?
Yeah, that hermit guy.
That was 4 years ago, and it was a disaster.
It wasn't a disaster. You just lost.
And another good man got screwed. A court of law is no place for an honest man.
Oh, Archie, for God's sake. The boy needs help. What's wrong with you? He's got no place else to go.
Oh, God, it's always the same damn thing. Someone's screaming in the wilderness, spitting in the wind, no money.
I have money.
You haven't got enough.
I have $300.
I don't want your money. Out of hell with it. Give me $10 for phone calls.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Corelli.
Drop the mister. Listen, I gotta tell you in front, I don't think we'll win. I don't think we got a chance in hell. But I like you. You're honest. You got a point. You're gonna make some people think. I don't mean just your parents. I mean judges. I mean lawyers. I mean anybody who hears about it. What'd you say your name was?
Chris.
Chris what?
Mills.
You live in Ardsley?
Yes.
Your father on a Saab?
Mm-hmm.
With an oil leak?
Yeah?
Tell him I can see him Thursday.
You're my dad's mechanic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, how old are you?
14.
14. Well, you're underage, so you're gonna need a guardian. Like a grandmother or a relative or somebody you like.
We could call the captain.
Who's that?
He's my grandfather. He and my dad don't get along too well.
Perfect. Call him up.
Hello. When? Oh, Red Dog. Aha. Say, where's my lighthouse picture? What? Talk a little louder, Chris. I got the music on. Yeah, so when's your art show? Well, you tell your father, come and get me. Why not? Oh, for God's sake. Well, what the heck's the matter with him? Well, look, let me talk to him. Put him on the phone. Oh, I see. Well, anything you say, Chris. You just let me talk to him first.
Definitely not. No, Dad, there's nothing to talk about. No, it's really none of your business. No, you don't know anything about it. Look, Dad, I can't talk now. No, I'll have to. Goodbye, Dad. Goodbye. Where have you been?
Where have you been?
I asked you a simple question. I asked it in a nice way. I'm still your father. I think I'm entitled to an answer.
I went to see my lawyer.
Don't get smart, Chris.
Okay, I went for a walk. What's a sudden interest?
Quiet, Jenny. I can't hear. Can a person talk on the phone in this house?
Jenny, your mother's on the phone. Come here, honey. It's 10 o'clock. You're supposed to be home by 10 on a school night.
Right. And when are you supposed to be home?
Gifted programs
I'm at the Holiday Inn in Mount Kisco. I'm available whenever you need me.
No, it's in the high school. I can't get into that right now.
Smoke, smoke, smoke. You'll smoke all those terrible night cigarettes, and your lungs will turn brown and shrink up, and you'll die, and they'll bury you in Trudy's backyard with their dead cat, And that will be very creepy.
So let me get this straight. Your lawyer works in a garage.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a clear picture.
You don't have a clear picture of anything.
This is true. Oh, God. I'm aware of my tongue. Have you ever had that happen?
No.
It's like your entire inner tongue is swelling.
You have to work it out.
Call that salad? Where's the lettuce? Where's the tomato? I'll fill the bowl.
Go already.
Hey, what's up, Ronald?
God, is this disgusting. Tiny and disgusting.
Minuscule and gross.
What's that? Mrs. Price gave it to me.
I'm gonna go get some more food. I wouldn't. What's this? A child has the right to work. A child has the right to be supported by his or her parents. A child has the right to sue his or her parents in the state of New York. Can I read this when you're done?
Hi, guys.
Where were you this morning?
My dad's alarm clock was broken. His girlfriend borrowed my clock radio because she had to get up at like 5:30 to go to Detroit, and
Just say you got hung up, Marion. We don't need to hear all this. Would you like to live on that?
I have a better chance than you do. Hate to think what that was fried in.
don't think it's the only way to survive. So how's it going with Archie?
I don't know, he's a little weird.
What's he charging?
$10.
An hour?
No, for the whole thing.
It's hello from my father.
Really?
What's he doing it for?
Thinks I'm right.
So do I. Give me $10.
Leave him alone, Havermead. He doesn't need your surly comments.
You wouldn't change your oil for $10.
Yeah, well, he's got principles and he likes to help people, but you wouldn't understand about that.
I think he's one pickle short of a barrel.
You've never even met him.
The elevator doesn't go all the way up to the roof.
Don't talk so much. Remember your tongue?
Oh, no. Here
Oh,
goes
you
Ronald.
didn't get out the
The
chili.
Oh,
Why
my
not?
gosh. Ronald, come on. Put the chili in the basket. It's out.
Don't you know what they put in there?
What?
Please, not while I'm eating.
What do they put in there? Do you remember that dog in the art lab this morning?
Come on.
Don't start.
Like that dog.
Basket, Ronald. An infant.
All right now. What's all the screaming?
Mrs. Savallo, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Over the line, sir, absolutely.
Way over.
It won't happen again.
You can count on that.
Right on it.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. That was nice. What was it?
Corelli.
You wrote it?
Oh, I wish. That was the real Corelli. You like classical music?
I do. Mostly Beethoven, though.
Oh, well, Beethoven. What do you got there?
A book on kids' rights.
Oh, yeah? You got any?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
What's going on in there?
Making popcorn.
Well, that's a whole big thing. Why don't you just have some ice cream?
Chris wants popcorn.
Oh, I don't want any popcorn.
Yeah, you do. Where's the thing?
In the closet with the mops behind the bicycle.
Do turtles have feet or is it paws?
I don't know. Feet, I think.
How do you make these cutouts? And I can't remember.
Are you an artist?
No, I teach nursery school. We're having a turtle party.
Okay, let's get to work.
Okay, Corelli, what's our next step? What are we gonna do?
All right. Now, Normally, when you try a case, you're trying to prove something. You're party A, and you're trying to prove that party B caused you injury, deprived you of your rights in some way. So what do?
I don't know.
Law is based on precedent. So you look up past cases. That's what all these books are for.
I'm working here.
Give me a minute. You try and find out if any past cases are the same as yours.
Are there any?
No.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
No, it's not. It's not good. If there's no cases like yours, there's no precedent.
So what do we do?
You set one. Move over!
How do we do that?
How do you do what? Set a precedent?
Yeah.
We gotta prove that your parents' divorce is in some way a violation of your rights. In other words, we gotta prove that they're breaking the law. But we gotta do it in some new way, some way that hasn't gone to court before.
Like what?
Who knows?
Oh, for God's sake.
I got it. When I was in law school, I had 2 courses, tax law and ethical responsibility. I go down to pick up the books. The book on tax law is like this. It's like this. It costs $75. And ethical responsibility, what would you say?
I don't know.
A pamphlet. A lousy $2 pamphlet with a soft cover. And nobody even bothered showing up for the course. What does that tell you?
It stinks.
You're telling me. Okay. Now, first thing, we got to get you a guardian.
We already did that.
Oh, we did.
Yes, we did. My grandpa, remember we called him?
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, something else. What is it?
I don't know.
Well, I know there's something. Oh, yeah. Find out if it's uncontested.
How do we do that?
Ask your father. No!
Get away! Get off of there!
$50 for a squirrel-proof bird feeder. All I get on it is squirrels.
Come on, take off! Get away! Get off of there! Take off!
While a child's wishes are not controlling, the current direction of the law is for the courts to attach some weight to their position. I have to talk to you some other time, Rick.
Do you know you're gonna flunk all your courses? You're not in art, you're not in chorus, you're not in algebra.
I have to work on the case.
Anyway, there's a dance a week from Friday, and you're coming with me.
I have no time for dancing,
You
Marion.
always find a way to weasel out of it.
Look, Marion, I'm working on the case. I feel like I'm drowning. I don't know if Crowley's doing anything at all. I'm losing my mind here.
What's wrong with Archie?
You tell me. He makes popcorn, screams at animals, cooks his socks.
He's a genius. That's what they're like. So what time should I pick you up?
Hi.
Hi. Are you supposed to be at work?
I took the afternoon off.
How come?
I needed to. Can we talk for a minute?
Okay. What's this?
It's the easel I promised you about 6 months ago. I'm very late, and I apologize for that.
Oh, forget about it.
It's the portable kind you wanted, so you can take it to the Met.
Thanks a lot, Dad.
You're welcome. So, how have you been?
Okay.
Anything good on cable this week?
Not that I know of.
Listen, I'm not very good at this kind of thing, so bear with me. I mean, we've never had this kind of relationship, and I don't want to burden you. But I've got to be open. Chris, I'm lost. I'm 41 years old, and I'm lost. I don't know who I am. I don't have a clue. And that's what this is all about. Most of it, anyway. I don't want to lose you as a son or a friend. Some of the best times I've ever had have been with you. Our hikes up the mountain, our times on Mohegan. I'm not going to cut myself off from you, but I just need some time to straighten myself out. And if I can't get that, I feel like I'm going to drown. I have to find myself. I need some space to breathe.
So?
Well, I just want some understanding that I'm a person, that I have problems too.
So what am I supposed to say? Okay, terrific. Go leave me and Jenny and Mom and go find yourself? What good is that? Are you gonna come back? If you do learn how to get happy, then are you gonna come back?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. See, so what good is that? I want us to be together. I want it to be like before.
Well, it can't be. That's just the way it is.
Daddy!
Hello, pumpkin face.
Oh. How was school?
Stupid as you would expect. Inside now.
Daddy's not coming inside, sweetheart.
Why not?
Daddy's staying at the hotel, you remember.
I love your face.
Don't do that, honey. No, that's uncomfortable. Sweetheart, that hurts, Daddy. Stop. No, stop, honey. I have to talk to Chris. Jenny, this weekend you can come visit me.
So how long will it take?
What?
The divorce?
Another couple of weeks?
Is it uncontested?
Yes. Why?
I need to tell my lawyer. No, I'm serious. I'm suing you.
Well, I can understand why you'd want to do that.
Well, I want to, and I'm also doing it. I'm gonna go inside.
Where are your shoes, sweetheart? Jenny, why won't you answer me?
Gorillas ripped my tongue out.
If gorillas ripped your tongue out, you wouldn't be able to speak.
They left a stub.
Hello?
Red Dog, it's me, Grandpa.
Hi, Grandpa. What's going on?
Listen, I can't get your father on the phone. He won't talk to me.
I know.
I can't get your lawyer either.
Why not?
Well, you gave me the wrong number. I keep getting the garage.
That's him.
Well, I'll try again. Hey, when do we go to court?
I don't know, Grandpa. It's going slow.
Well, you tell your lawyer to stop dragging his feet. These things can happen awful fast, you know.
I know.
I'll do anything for you, Chris. You know that, don't you? That goes for your sister, too.
Thanks, Grandpa.
How is my Jenny?
She's having a rough time.
Well, I'm here if she needs me.
I know, Grandpa.
And you keep your eye on that lawyer. You gotta watch these guys. They'll twist your mind inside out and rob you blind while they're doing it.
I'll be careful, Grandpa. Goodbye.
Bye, Chris.
Yo. Hi, Chris. Yeah, he's here. Oh, he can't talk now, though. He's with a customer. Sure, I'll tell him.
Start time's 15 minutes, boys. Go.
Hey, I heard on the news today they had this test at Indian Point, like in case there was like a total accident or something, and the guy in charge said it was a total disaster. Let's be honest, he says. There's no way to evacuate an entire community. Can you believe this guy? I mean, one false move and goodbye Westchester.
Hold still.
And it's really depressing, too, because I was planning 3 good days before the meltdown, and they still haven't come.
I need to get out of here. I'm having a nervous breakdown.
You can't! It's showtime.
I have to see Corelli.
Why now?
I can't get him on the phone. I don't know what he's doing, and I'm going crazy.
What about my makeup? Come wait, my left eye has to be, like, totally closed.
Had moth holes. No, Your Honor, it had moth holes when she gave it to me.
Mrs. Mackey, or did she volunteer?
I need to talk to you, Corelli.
How you doing, dude?
Listen, are you working on this case or not? My parents are getting a divorce in a week, and where are you? I picked you because I thought you wanted to do this thing. I could have found somebody else. Now it's too late.
You asked me, remember? I didn't come running after this. You want to work with me? This is the way I work.
I don't see you doing anything.
Well, I got a lot of things on my mind. When I'm working on a car, I'm thinking about the case. Whatever I'm doing, it's in there. It's rolling around.
So what's going on? We only have a week.
Mackey, did you ever wear the...
Hey! We'll be back in a half hour. Come on, let's go for a
What do
walk.
I need hers for? She forgot it one day in my car, and I had to call her about it. And if she's too lazy to...
Okay, here's where we stand. There's a divorce action pending, right?
Right.
And there's going to be a hearing. and the judge is going to make a ruling.
Yeah?
Okay. So what we got to do is we got to become part of that hearing. Otherwise, nobody's going to pay any attention to us.
Why not?
Well, what are you going to do, listen to any idiot that walks in off the street? They don't do that. There's a procedure. So what you got to do is you got to be accepted into their case as a necessary party. If we can prove you're necessary, then they got to listen to you.
You just thought of that?
No, I knew it, but I forgot.
Okay, so how do we prove I'm necessary?
We show up at that hearing.
You mean the final divorce thing?
Yeah.
What if I don't get accepted?
Oh, I think you will.
You think so?
Yeah.
My life is on the line here, Corelli. Don't get vague with me.
I think you get accepted. You want guarantees? You're on the wrong planet.
So what do? We just go there. Then what? What do we say?
I don't know. I got to figure that out. Drop the rock, bozo. Drop it. Look at that crazy dog. He carries rocks around in his teeth. He's got flat teeth from that. He can't chew anything anymore. Did you hear me say drop it? Bozo! Bozo!
Nuts. You'll be late for school, Jenny.
Can't hear you. I'm wearing earmuffs.
You'll be late for school.
Better not talk to me. You'll waste your tongue.
A good morning hug?
Sure.
I know I've been kind of out of it lately, but I want you to know how grateful I am you're in my life. I love you very much.
I love you too, Mom.
Hello? Yes, it's today. What difference does it make? What do you care? You don't have to be there anyway. 11 o'clock. No, I won't. Ask your lawyer.
Who's that?
Dad.
What happened?
It's today.
The divorce? I thought it was next week.
Well, they moved it up.
And you just found out?
Oh, they told me a couple of days ago.
Why didn't you tell me?
I need you to watch Jenny for me this afternoon. I don't know how late I'll be.
I can't.
Well, I'll call Evelyn. Maybe she can play with Trudy.
Right. It's today! It's today! It's today!
What?
Today, 11 o'clock.
Get out of here.
Oh, God, Corelli, what are we gonna do?
Call the captain.
The captain? I forgot all about him.
Get him down here.
Well, he won't drive.
Go get him then.
Well, he's in Connecticut.
Well, you go get somebody to take you.
What about you?
No, you told me I had a week. I got to go over my notes.
I'll take him.
You stay here. We got a business to run.
Well, what am I gonna do?
You know anybody who can drive?
Marion.
Marion, fine. Get married.
Well, she's in school.
Get her anyway. It's an emergency.
What about a car?
She can drive Joey.
Oh, who says so?
Lend her your car.
Are you crazy? I taught her how to drive.
The two of you... Joey... Wait a second. Okay, Joey will take you to the school. You pick up Marion, you come back here, you drop Joey off, then you go to Connecticut and pick up the captain and meet me at the courthouse.
Where's that?
Yonkers! Call information. 11:15 at the front steps.
Well, do we have grounds?
I don't know yet.
Mary Jones against Michael Jones.
So fast. It is, isn't it? We have a very good turnover here in Westchester. You'd think it would take longer. No, I hear it's short. Thank goodness. This is my first court appearance.
I'm a little nervous, so don't tell anybody.
Why do they have to have all these things, huh? Get rid of them. Take a trip around the country.
Hold still,
See
I
how
have to
people
do this.
Plant some trees, grow some tomatoes. Then tell me they're unhappy.
Slow down, there's Tom. You want to get there, don't you? Alive, I want to get there alive. Trust me. Oh, God, I have to sneeze.
3 years
what?
of journalism. 4 years of architecture. Look at him now.
I'll hit something.
We don't need another.
Shut up,
we don't need
Marion.
another shopping mart. I've told him a million times.
Turn here. We'll miss the whole thing.
Would you like a mint?
Not right now, thank you.
Oh, a piece of gum?
Maybe later.
How many lights was that? 3. Yeah, but from where? I don't know. Should we go back to the Parkway town? We got it. Make it fast. Oh, God, it's 11 o'clock. We're never going to make it.
Constance Mills against Stephen Mills.
It's us. Well, here goes nothing.
Hey, let's go. Come on. Where were you?
Connecticut, remember?
Come on. I'm coming. Never make it. It's over, man. What's happening? What's going on? Who's in there?
Stephen Mills.
That's us. Hold on. Your Honor, I want to make an application to intervene in this case.
Who is this?
I'm Arcangelo Corelli. This is my client, Christopher Mills, son of this... Which one is your mother? Son of this woman over here. This is the boy's grandfather, McIntyre Mills.
Nice to meet you.
I want to make an application to intervene.
Is this your son?
Yes.
What is your name, young man?
Christopher Twombly Mills?
What legal basis do you have for intervening in this case?
He's a necessary party, Your Honor. Being that the court must have before it all parties necessary for a proper judgment to be rendered, and being that my client has pertinent and necessary information to be included in that judgment, I request the court's permission to present our argument.
In what respect is your client necessary?
Well, I'd like to answer
Hold on,
that.
Captain, I'll take care of this. My client is an integral part of this family unit and as such has important information to be included in this case. I'd like an opportunity
Your Honor.
I'm not finished.
I'll
I'm not
respectfully
finished.
submit.
I'm not
Counselors,
finished.
counselors, please. This is highly unusual.
Your Honor, with all due respect, in order for you to make a judgment on the pertinence of my client's testimony, first you have to hear the testimony. I would like to cite CPLR Section 1012, which deals with intervention. Which deals with intervention as a right, and point out to you that any decision made here will so affect the life of my client and his sister that my client must be heard. What are we talking about? We're talking about a delay of a week or two. That's nothing. These people have been married for over 16 years. Surely they can wait a week or two in a matter of such crucial import to their children's welfare.
Is it your desire to intervene in this case?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Do you honestly feel you have information that must be presented to the court before a proper decision can be made in this matter?
I do.
Well, there may be some novel legal issues here. I'm not going to prevent a motion being made to intervene. I may deny that motion, but I will not deny permission to present it. Mrs. Mills, the court must dispose of this issue before the divorce can be granted.
Your Honor, will the court issue an order appointing the boy's grandfather guardian ad litem in this matter?
So ordered.
Good boy.
You have 2 weeks to prepare your argument and submit your application to the court. See the clerk to set a date and time. Case adjourned.
Now you're talking.
Corrine Crapshaw against Russell Crapshaw.
What are you trying to pull? Are you insane?
Yeah, probably. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Mills. Counselor, Captain.
I'm calling Beanie. You instigated this whole thing. I know you. This was your doing.
Fine, Connie. And how are you?
How could you do a thing like this without telling me?
I did tell you, Mom.
No, you did not.
I told you, Mom. You thought I was joking.
This isn't happening. I'm calling your father.
I think Mom's a little upset.
Sometimes you have to upset people. It's the only way they learn.
How'd it go? Went good. We're in the case.
What happens now?
We get out of here before my mom gets off the phone and kills us.
I'm buying lunch.
What the hell is going through your mind?
I want us to be together.
You have no right to interfere. If you have something to say, then just come right out and say it. Don't go sneaking behind our backs to lawyers.
I told you.
I don't remember that.
Well, I did. You didn't believe me.
Oh, now it's my fault.
Will you hold your voice down, for God's sakes?
Stop fighting. I can't stand it anymore.
Well, we wouldn't be fighting now if you hadn't gotten into this, would we? Well, it's over. You're not going to see your crackpot lawyer anymore.
Yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not, pal. I'm still your father, and I forbid it.
You can't do that, Dad.
Oh, yes, I can.
You can't deny my right to counsel. O'Shea versus Brennan, 1976, and the Constitution of the United States. I'm trying to save my family.
We tried that.
No, you didn't. You haven't put any time into making this family work.
Don't act like it's always been like this.
You were never here. You are dead. How can we have a family?
I'm a good mother. I do other things because I need to. I have talents and interests, and I have a right to them.
I don't mean don't do anything. Just don't get so tangled up. You get all caught up and you forget about us.
I never forget about you.
Your mother is a damn good mother.
When she's here.
I don't want to hear you complaining about her. You got that?
And where are you? You're so busy making money you don't have time for anything else.
That's not true.
And don't say you do it for me.
I do, whether you believe it or not. I love you and I provide for you, and this divorce is not going to change that.
Well, if you're doing it for me, then why didn't you ask me what I want?
I want a bush baby.
We're talking to Chris right now. We'll discuss it later.
They come from Africa.
Don't interrupt.
What are you doing with your lives? Running around in jogging suits, keeping fit. Fit for what? Fit to watch our family self-destruct?
Are you finished?
I don't know.
Because if you are, the lawn has not been mowed, and the drains have not been cleaned. Now, do you think you can see to your own responsibilities, or do we have to check with your lawyer on that?
No, I think I can handle that myself.
I want a bush baby.
He's not dealing with this very well.
I'm losing my mind. I can feel it happening.
Well, what do we do? I mean, he's got to face reality. Can we send him to your mother's for a while?
No! If we interfere, he'll throw us in jail. You heard him.
Well, we have to do something.
I need a bush baby.
In a minute, sweetheart. Call your lawyer.
You'd better call yours, too.
Nevins, forget it. She's 12 years old. They gave her to me because I had an easy case.
Call her anyway. What about your divorce group?
Which one?
That one you started in the school. You think we can get him into that?
We're not divorced yet.
Pull strings. Mr. Davis, please. It's Stephen Mills. Tell him it's an emergency.
Bunny almost died.
Ow!
He shut himself in the clothes drawer with a pillow on his head.
Looks okay now.
He's living as you can see, but he wants to run away.
Where to?
He's not telling.
I stopped the divorce for 2 weeks, Jenny.
I can't hear you.
Take off the earmuffs.
I can't hear you. I'm wearing earmuffs.
Want to get some ice cream?
Okay. I want a bush baby.
How come?
They're completely cute and furry like a cat would be, or a monkey, or both of us. And they have the biggest eyes, and they stay out in the very deep of night.
I didn't know that.
You do now. They make a lot of noises. I'm telling you because we heard it in a movie at school like, "Ee!" Everybody leaves them alone because they don't want to hear that sound. Ee!
That's loud.
It's a good way.
Does he have a case?
No. Based on what? He's a little upset, that's all.
What can he do?
Nothing. He can cause you some embarrassment, some emotional grief. He can drag it for the courts for a while, create some extra legal fees. That's it.
Sounds like enough to me.
So get him a nice new car.
Are you suggesting that we buy off our son?
Not at all. A little show of affection, that's what he's asking for.
How about a computer?
You don't know him. Everything we do just makes the situation worse.
Let me talk to him. I'll straighten the whole thing out.
Tell me again.
They made an agreement and they're not living up to it. It's hurting us, so they should stop.
Who says?
I say.
Who are you?
I'm their son.
So what? That gives you the right to pass judgment?
I think so.
Why?
I know them.
So do a lot of people.
Nobody knows them better than me.
Well, that's your opinion.
It's true.
Yeah, well, let's hear why then. What gives you the right to run their lives?
I don't want to run their lives. I want them to do what's right.
How do you know what's right?
Because I know.
Yeah, well, let's hear it then. Why should I believe you?
Because I'm right.
Articulate. How do you know you're right?
I don't know how.
How do you know you're right?
Can't do this.
Come on. Come on, Chris. Come on. You can do it.
I can't do this. I can't.
It's what they're gonna hit us with in court. We gotta be ready. Don't fall apart on me now. Come on.
I feel like a baby. I say I'm doing this for Jenny. It's not true. It's for me. I just want my mom and dad. I want them to love me. I want them to be there, you know?
Yeah, I know.
This whole thing is stupid. Maybe they don't love each other. Maybe I said it because I want them to.
Maybe.
I don't think I can do this.
Nobody's forcing you.
What do you think? Do you think I'm lying to myself?
I don't know. All I know is if you don't go through it, you may regret it for the rest of your life. You may be asking yourself forever whether you had a chance to pull something together, to do something, or whether you were a coward. You'll never know.
Right.
Hi.
Everything okay?
Yeah. I scared him.
How'd you do that?
I'm mean. You okay?
Yeah, so. He shouldn't quit the law. He's too good.
He doesn't like it.
Why not?
Ask him.
Because being a lawyer is all about winning cases, and I'm not interested in that.
How come?
It's got nothing to do with the truth.
What's the truth?
What's the truth? Beethoven. That's the truth. I'd like to pipe that into some of the courthouses around the world. Be a better place to live in. Ready to go back to work?
Okay.
Okay. What's your name?
Christopher Twombly Mills.
What business do you have with this court?
I'm the son of Stephen and Connie Mills.
So I go upstairs to get something. My hairbrush, I think. And I hear this crying. I look into my mom's room, and she's lying on the bed with just a slip-on. And it's cold. She's just lying there, and she's crying. I got scared. I mean, she's taking all these pills, and she's out of it half the time. And she tells me she's lonely. Well, what the hell am I supposed to do? Now I'm supposed to be taking care of my mom. I can't even take care of myself.
It's hard, Vivian, I know, but it's wonderful that you can share your feelings with us.
Here comes the good part.
We think sometimes when we get in shaky situations that we're alone. We're not alone, none of us. And I think we learned that here. We're all in the same big boat.
USS Titanic.
A little leaky, maybe, in need of some paint. But we each have an oar, and we're going to row.
I have blisters.
Talking about our fears helps us to get rid of them, expose them, and they lose their hold. Now, we've all heard the expression, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Do you know who said that?
You did.
prior to me.
Richard Pryor.
President Roosevelt. Chris, it's your first time here with the group. Are there any feelings you'd like to share with us?
I don't think so.
You'll feel better if you do. Are you having any angry feelings?
Not at the moment.
How are you dealing with your parents' divorce?
I'm suing them.
Oh, my goodness, that's an interesting approach.
I guess it is. Yeah, they were supposed to be divorced already, but we found a lawyer and stopped them. Tell him, Chris. Well, it's just temporary. We don't know if it's going to work.
Hey, do you mind if I take notes? My mom and I do stuff for the patent trader.
It's okay with me.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm in the case now, and they have to hear my argument. And I have 2 weeks to prepare. So my lawyer's working on it right now.
What's all this silliness?
What's silliness?
The intercession, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't find it silly.
You can't win, you know that, don't you?
No.
You can't. No judge can force two people to care for each other. That's psychological, not legal.
They care about each other.
They're not compatible. Their incompatibility vitiates your efforts. It would be in your best interest for the marriage to terminate. See what I'm saying?
No,
You're a smart kid. Why do you want to make trouble?
I don't.
That's what you're doing. Legal fees alone will be an unnecessary hardship.
Don't charge them.
What?
If you don't think it's fair, don't charge them. You got a nice place here. You don't need the money.
It's not the point.
What is the point?
I've been trying to tell you, if you listen to me for a minute. You're wasting everybody's time here.
I don't mean to offend you, Mr. Davis, but that's not true. I'm trying to save my family, and if I'm wasting your time, I'm sorry, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that right now.
Did you see this?
I saw it. What are you doing here?
We're all over the front page. The kid's so interested in rights. What about mine? I'll sue him. I'll sue him for defamation of character. Him and his lawyer, too.
I think twice about that.
You know who his lawyer is?
Who?
My automobile mechanic.
Your car man?
That's right.
His lawyer is your car man? Damn it. I cannot do anything anymore. I cannot function.
Are you all right?
Fine.
Hold it under cold water. Anyway, Beanie thinks we should talk to him.
I've lost the use of 3 fingers. God, that hurts.
We have to find out what he's after. Publicity or money or whatever it is. Then we'll have him over for brunch or something.
Over where?
Over here.
You don't live here anymore.
Beanie says it's important. We have to have him over.
There is no we. You don't live here anymore, remember?
Look, do you want to solve this thing or do you want it to drag on for another 6 months?
Who does the shopping?
I'll do it.
Who buys the food? Who does the dishes?
I'll do it. It's my idea. I'll take care of it. What should I get?
You take care of it.
All right. I'll see if he's good for brunch on Sunday. Is that all right with you?
Well, I'll have to change something, but I can make it work out. If you need any help, call me.
I can take care of it.
You don't have time.
I'll make time.
You go to the smokehouse and I'll go to Cheese and Things.
Fine.
And next time, knock!
Uh-huh. Oh, well, you spelled my name wrong.
It's a very easy thing to fix.
Yes, well, it has to be done.
Right, well, all this states is that you're the boy's grandfather, that you've spent time with him, and that you've seen the parents interacting with him.
You see, it doesn't explain my role in all of this.
Yeah, right. Well, we don't have to get into that right
See,
now.
they might want my impression of the situation.
No. That's further down the line. Right now, they just want you to sign the affidavit.
See, I have to be very careful. I've had some bad experiences with lawyers.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one.
My sense is that they have no soul.
Well, you might be right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah?
Or are you just being charming?
No, I know what you mean.
I want you to do right by this boy. I don't want him fooled around with.
Well, I can understand your concern. You want to sign this thing?
So if I wasn't tied to the house, I'd take a very active role in all of this.
Right, I don't blame you.
Now, We'll have some lemonade.
No, I gotta
First, we'll have some lemonade, then some Pop-Tarts. There's more I have to say.
So, there you have it. As you can see, we've come a long way in our understanding of dyslexia, in our recognition of the talents and intelligence of these special children, and finally in the establishment of remedial programs. We in the committee thank you for your continued interest and support. Now, I'd be happy to answer any questions. Yes?
I understand your son is suing you. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Seems rather drastic, doesn't it? I mean, could we hear your side of the story?
We all do the best we can. Things happen. I don't care to comment.
When I was 8 years old, I lived in a small town. I wanted to be in Little League.
I love this story.
My mother got me a baseball hat, and I planned for days how it was going to be. I practiced batting. I practiced catching. I fielded.
I always cry at this part.
David, is there something you want to share with the rest of the group?
Not really.
Sarcastic comments are often a form of hostility, you know?
Well, not in my case.
Perhaps you're upset about your father's moving to Venezuela.
No, I think it's great.
His plans to leave the country have no effect on you.
I'm prepared for anything, Mr. Dunphy.
Chris, what about you? Anything you'd like to share with the group?
I'd like to hear what's going on with the case.
I'm more concerned with what Chris is feeling now, okay? We're here to explore our feelings.
Well, my feelings are that I'd like to hear what's going on with the case.
Yeah, let's hear about the case. How do you find a lawyer?
We're not getting into that now.
Why not? What, are you afraid to get too controversial?
No, not at all. It's just not a class in legal tactics, that's all.
I thought it was anything we wanted it to be.
Yeah, how come you can talk about baseball hats and we can't talk about the case?
All right, we can talk about the case, but let me share my concerns.
That concerns me.
What?
Hearing your concerns.
Why is that?
I don't know. It makes me anxious.
My concerns make you anxious?
No, just hearing them.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm stating them anyway. We may all here feel, well, just perhaps the slightest bit of guilt. This guilt may say, what's wrong with me? Chris is trying to stop his family's divorce. Why didn't I do that? Now, is anybody here having those feelings?
If I tried to stop all my parents' divorces, I wouldn't have time to come to these sessions.
Is anybody here having those guilty thoughts?
I am.
You feel guilty?
Yeah.
Vivian, you have nothing to feel guilty about. Most divorces cannot be stopped, nor should they be. It sometimes takes tremendous courage just to let go. Now, my concerns were that dwelling on Chris's case might stir up these unnecessary feelings of guilt.
I'm sick of the case. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Well, that's good, Bud. That's an understandable, natural feeling.
We spend months sitting here listening to you tell us we didn't cause the split up, that we have to adjust. Then he comes here and tells us we all have to sue our parent.
He didn't say that. He just said that's what he's doing.
My father came home drunk 3 nights a week, and the rest of the time, he didn't even come home. He sets foot in the house again. I get up, I walk out, and I never come back.
Who said anything about you? He's doing what's right for him. You do what's right for you.
What are you, his press secretary? Let him talk, for God's sake.
I have no comment. Neither do I. I have nothing to say. And I would like some time to share my feelings on that.
So tell me, what's the word on these brushless car washes?
I don't like them.
Really?
They got all this abrasive grit and junk in there.
You know, I was afraid of that. Enough eggs?
I'm fine, thanks.
I'll have some more eggs.
What about rust proofing?
I don't like it.
Why not?
Weakens the frame. They do more damage drilling the holes to inject the rust proofing than the natural process of the rust itself.
Someone in your shoebox? It's hard to hear when you're wearing earmuffs.
Very hard.
So, tell me, how long have you been a lawyer?
About 20 years.
A man of many talents.
Not really.
Do you have many clients?
About one.
One? Well, we all know who that is, I guess.
I guess we do.
More bagels, anyone? Eggs, coffee?
How small are you? Fish.
Fish? Coming right up.
Excuse me for a minute, will you?
Well, this is fun.
Oh, yes.
Are you going to talk to him, or are we going to play What's My Line for the rest of the afternoon?
You don't like the way I'm doing things? You handle it.
This wasn't my idea.
Then just give me a little room. I'm easing into it.
Who handcuffed you to the chair?
Bunny did it.
Does Bunny have the key?
Not anymore.
And where did Bunny put it?
Somewhere deep
Where was that?
in the toilet.
Can he get it out? Why not?
It's flushed.
Look, let me be blunt. My wife and I are very much concerned with our son's welfare, and we feel he's being taken advantage of.
Oh, yeah? By who?
You know what I'm talking about.
We don't want to see him hurt, and we don't want to see him disappointed.
Well, I can certainly understand that.
He's not a wealthy kid, if that means anything to you.
I'll give him his $10 back.
All you're doing is making everybody miserable. You haven't got a chance.
Can't we just admit the thing's not possible and stop it right now?
You want me to drop the case?
We do, yes.
Well, it's not up to me. It's up to my client.
With all due respect, Chris is in no position to judge the consequences here.
Why not?
You're emotionally involved. You can't be objective.
What about you?
Listen, with all due respect, I put in a hell of a week, and on Sunday, I just kind of like to sit back and shoot the breeze, if you don't mind.
Give him some fish.
So what about you? You got any hobbies? You like woodworking? You go sailing? No. You play golf?
The child may sue and recover damages for severe and violent beating, but that doesn't really apply.
Go on.
The child may sue for intentional infliction of emotional distress. How about that?
Hard to prove.
Everything's hard to prove.
Go on.
It has also been proved that a child can sue his parents for negligence resulting in his injury.
That's the area. Look in the brown book over there.
Know your exhaust system.
No, the other one, under the dog.
Symptoms of emotional damage or injury as recognized in the state of New York.
They got emotional starvation?
Emotional starvation, like emotional abuse, is the most difficult type of abuse to detect and is perhaps the most tragic.
They got symptoms?
Child refuses to eat or eats little and is very frail. That's Jenny.
She's not frail.
She doesn't eat.
No, she's a healthy kid. Won't hold up.
Child is unable to perform normal functions for a given age, i.e. walking, talking. She can, she just won't.
Not the same thing.
Child displays antisocial behavior, may be abnormally unresponsive, sad, or withdrawn. Well, she does weird things. And what about the earmuffs?
No, all kids do weird things. It's got to be more dramatic than that.
Okay, no go on emotional starvation.
No go on nothing.
What about malpractice?
That's a joke. We get laughed out of court.
So what are our grounds?
You tell me.
No, you're the lawyer.
Law's got holes.
I'm saying a true fact, and you're telling me you can't find one legal ground to base it on?
What do you want from me? We're dealing with the law here. It's not solid geometry. The law is slippery. It wanders. It oozes around the times.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Bozo, you got any ideas?
Hi. Hi. Why aren't you working?
We're on a break.
Where's Archie?
Closed himself in the office.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Want a pretzel? Somebody left them at school.
Thanks. We appear tomorrow and he hasn't got a case.
Uh-oh.
I don't understand him. I don't know what goes on in his mind.
That makes two of us.
He knew they were for me, Your Honor. He knew right from the start.
That's opinion, Mr. Gerasi.
How do you know? Because he came to my house and took measurements. That's how I know.
I never went to his house.
You did. I have witnesses to prove it.
Where? Where are these witnesses?
They couldn't come today.
Oh, fine.
Why doesn't he practice? Does he talk to you about it?
He says it's gaps.
What kind of gaps?
Gaps between what should be and what is. Too much idealism can discourage a person. He'd rather fix cars.
I could understand that.
He says with cars, it's simple. There's no opinions. You find out what's broken and you fix it.
You're not married or anything, are you?
No.
Why not?
You never asked me.
How long have you been his girlfriend?
12 years.
12 years? That's ridiculous.
I keep thinking when I grow up, I'll say something.
I wonder what's gonna happen. I have an ominous feeling.
No matter what happens, you did a very brave thing.
I want to win.
A deal is a deal, Your Honor. Am I not right?
Your Honor, I didn't make any deals with Mr. Gerasi.
You had a
Third-party beneficiary of a contract.
Are you gonna help me out here or what?
Shh, quiet! Try to explain, Mr. Ritzer. When you broke that contract, you denied
Third-party
Mr. Gerasi
beneficiary
what
of a
was right
contract.
for his.
I have no deals with Mr. Gerasi.
I'm afraid you do, Mr. Ritzer. Mr. Gerasi is a third-party beneficiary of a contract.
Yes!
And he gets the Venetian blinds.
I got him!
About what?
The grounds! I got him. I figured him out. You're the third-party beneficiary of a contract.
Around 4 o'clock. Our cleaning lady saw her. I wasn't here. I got back around 5:15, maybe 5:30. 5:15 or 5:30. Completely sure she's not here. All right. Said to wait by the phone.
What happened?
Have you seen Jenny?
No, what happened?
She's not here.
You haven't seen her at all today? You have no idea where she might be?
No.
No idea at all?
She was talking about Bunny running away.
Where? Did she say where Bunny would go?
No.
What about Trudy? Did you call Evelyn?
I called everybody. Where are you going?
Going out to look for her.
Well, I'm coming with
No,
you.
stay here. The police will be calling back.
I won't stay here. I can't sit here and wait.
Let's go. Chris, stay by the phone.
No, they may never call. I want to come.
All right, turn on the answering machine. We'll just keep calling back.
Do you want your jacket?
Yeah, I'll get the flashlight.
All right, I'll get it.
Therefore, I would like to point out that what we are asking for here is merely that this family stay intact. This family is not merely it's not a mere, it's no mere,
Jenny! Jenny, can you hear us? Jenny! Jenny!
Mom, I don't think she's here.
Jenny! Jenny!
Come on, get in the car. Let's check out the neighborhood.
Your Honor, I respectfully submit that we are dealing here with a situation that absolutely defies the situation. This defies the what? Your Honor, we have here a situation that just simply we can't. It defies pigeonholing. It defies precedent. It defies
the law of gravity.
That's good. That's helpful. Do you want to do this?
No.
Then keep quiet.
word. They haven't heard a thing.
It's all right, Mom.
Come on, Con. We'll find her. We'll check back at the house. Maybe she went home.
There she is!
Jenny!
Sweetheart!
Are you all right?
What did you do? We were very worried.
It was Bunny's idea.
It wasn't a very good one. Why would he do such a thing?
No one even sees him anymore. No one cares if he could be almost dead.
Well, look at his friends, sweetheart. They're all here. All his friends are here.
This stuff.
Let's go home and have a nice hot bath and comb out your hair.
Bunny can't take a bath. He'll disintegrate.
We'll just sponge him off. Will that be all right? I think he'll be okay.
It's 10 to 8.
I know.
Get up, you'll be late for court.
I'm not going.
What do you mean you're not going?
I'm not going.
Oh, yes, you are. Now get up and get dressed.
Sick.
You're not sick, you're a coward.
I'm sick.
You're not. Just show up and do your work and stop worrying about yourself. You're so stupid and selfish. Well, there's other people in the world besides you.
I know that.
Well, Chris is counting on you, and you better not let him down. You're so afraid of losing. Well, I'll tell you something. That's not what matters. What matters is being some kind of dependable person who thinks about somebody else for a change. Somebody who isn't scared to make you some kind of commitment. You talk about truth all the time, but when you have a chance to do something, you cop out. You cop out of everything. You always have, and I am sick of it. And I'll tell you another thing. We are getting married. 12 years is enough. We're meant for each other, and we're supposed to be together. And if you can't see that, you've got a thicker, more puffed up, and dense head than I ever thought. Where are you going? I'm talking to you.
Go to the hearing.
You are?
Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it?
Is it because I want it or because I'm right?
Because you're right.
About everything?
About everything. You happy?
I'm happy.
Good. Now, where's my socks?
You okay, Mom?
In my way.
You don't want the divorce, really, do you?
I want it.
I want olives.
You can't have olives for breakfast.
Why not?
They're not breakfast food.
They are to me.
You can't have olives now.
Only why?
Because you can't. They're not the kind of thing you have in the morning.
I do.
Have some cereal.
It's filled.
After school, I'll meet you right here at the bus stop and we'll go for some ice cream. No matter what happens in court, that's still what we're gonna do. Okay?
Okay.
What flavor are you gonna get?
I don't know.
I'll be getting chocolate.
Maybe that's what I'll get too.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered together here in the sight of God and in the presence of this company to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. Into this holiest day.
Oh, for God's sake.
Let him finish.
Yeah, right, good. Now, Reverend Mosley, after that first part, did you ask these two people here to make certain vows?
I did.
And what were those vows?
Well, first I said, addressing Mr. Mills there, I said, wilt thou, Stephen, take this woman Constance to thy wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony. Wilt thou love her, comfort her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her, so long as ye both shall live.
And what did Mr. Mills say?
He said, I will.
And then did you ask the same thing of Mrs. Mills?
I did.
And what did Mrs. Mills say?
She said, I will.
What is this nonsense? We know this service backwards and forwards.
I don't think we do.
Go ahead, Mr. Corelli.
Thank you, Judge. Now, Reverend Mosley, at the time you asked these two people those questions, were they of age?
Yes.
Were they under duress?
No.
So then, to the best of your knowledge, they answered freely. Nobody forced them.
That's correct.
Thank you, Reverend Mosley. Boy, that's really something. You really put yourself on the line when you enter into a contract like that.
Your Honor, this is a hearing strictly to determine whether or not this boy has a right to intervene. My client's right to a divorce is not the issue.
May I finish?
Let him finish.
Thank you. I merely seek to point out the conditions of the contract which these people entered into of their own free will.
This has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking
My
about
client,
here.
Christopher Mills, is necessary to this proceedings by virtue of the fact that he, along with his sister Jennifer, is a third party beneficiary to this marriage contract.
That's ridiculous.
May I finish?
I think we're a little off the point here.
I'm not finished.
Let him speak.
Counselors, please.
May I finish, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Thank you. Now then, the mother and father of my client entered into a contract 16 years ago. It was willingly entered into by both parties. Nobody forced them. Now I submit that this contract was specifically designed with my client in mind. My client is a beneficiary by virtue of the fact that it is inherent in the marriage contract that both parties contemplate having children. Marriage and children are inexorably linked. They have been since the dawn of civilization. And so it is with Stephen and Constance Mills. When they decided to get married, they contemplated having a child, and here he is. Surely he is no less a beneficiary now than he was when he was merely contemplated.
That's totally irrelevant.
Can I finish, please? Breach of contract will cause emotional damage to my client. What do we need, a panel of psychiatrists in here to tell us that divorce hurts kids? Look around the country. Look at the hundreds
Could we limit the discussion to the case at hand? The nation's ills are hardly within our jurisdiction.
Yes, they are.
Mr. Davis has a point here.
No, he doesn't.
Mr. Mills, please.
The nation's ills are everybody's business. Where do the nation's ills come from? The American mind? The democratic process? No. They come from people. They come from us. The state of the world must be the business of this court and of everybody on this planet. Nobody takes responsibility for anything anymore. Which brings me back to what I was talking about. These people wanted a family. Nobody forced them. They made a decision. Together and under law, they took the responsibility for that decision. It was a wonderful decision. Is it just now that they turn and on some flimsy idea of self-gratification, abandon their responsibilities and cause emotional damage to their children? Mr. and Mrs. Mills, do you think that's fair?
Want to go on the swings? Want to run around and yell and fall down?
My client and the client of Miss Nevins here are seeking dissolution of their marriage. They are no longer compatible. Not compatible. They would know. This youngster wouldn't. It's as simple as that. Now, the question has been raised as to my client's responsibility to his children. I submit that far from ignoring this consideration, it has been a prime concern to my client, and I dare say to Miss Nevins' client as well. What child can successfully be raised in an atmosphere of dissension? Now, in the best interests of the children, you separate the parents. I question the right of this young man to intervene here at all. But once he does, if he does, he must be shown that his parents do in fact have his best interests at heart. Lastly, I would say that for the court to rule that these two individuals remain together incompatibly is unthinkable. To rule that they remain together compatibly is impossible.
Your Honor,
Miss Nevins.
my client concurs with everything stated here by Mr. Davis. It is clearly not the boy's right, nor the right of this court to force these two people to live together in harmony. That must be left to a higher power. And that's all there is to say about it.
We're not asking for that. We're not asking for fairy tales.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not.
Gentlemen.
We are simply asking that the court prevent emotional damage to these children by not granting this divorce. That's all. Accept my client into this case as a necessary party and encourage these decent, well-meaning, and capable people of fulfilling the responsibilities which they willingly undertook to their children, to each other, and to themselves.
Do you want to be two spies from another planet that look and hide and you can't see them and they never tell? Want to be gorillas?
Young man? Christopher?
Yes, sir.
Would you tell us, please, do you feel that you're necessary to these proceedings?
Should I stand up?
If you like. Tell us, please, in your own words.
Well, I guess a lot of people would think I'm against divorce. I'm not. I think that sometimes people maybe make a mistake, or they change, or the other person changes and there's nothing they can do to make it right. Then there's other times when it's not like that. It's just too hard and they don't want to do it. You see it all the time. Some kids in my school, their parents have been divorced 2 or 3 times. It gets too much. I mean, in a way, it's their lives, but they leave a lot of hurt behind them, and that's not right. That's why the courts should stop them. The courts shouldn't let people go around hurting other people for no good reason.
How do you feel the court should deal with this issue?
Maybe before people get a divorce, the judge should ask them if they did everything to make the marriage work. Then the people would have to give an honest answer, just like they have to be honest about other stuff they say in court. If they say yes, then they should get a divorce. If they say no, then the court should make them honor the law they signed up for when they got married.
I'm afraid that would be difficult to enforce. People sometimes lie to themselves. They might think they were giving an honest answer when in fact they were not.
It's worth a try.
Do I gather from your statements, Christopher, that you feel that your parents have not tried to make this marriage work?
Not lately.
How do you know that?
They're my parents. Mr. Davis over there said I don't know what they really feel. Well, I don't think that's true. I think they're just a little mixed up right now. I think they're scared about a lot of stuff. I can understand that, but that's not a good enough reason to hurt a little kid. Everybody is hurting everybody else in this world, and that's why everything's in such a mess.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
Would you sit down until he's finished? Go on, young man.
I don't know how much longer we have. I think the world might be over soon. But I think we have to start by making peace in the family. If we don't have that, see, then nothing else is going to work. It won't make any difference. But if we do have that, then everything else will come. So I think if my parents or anybody else can make that real, they have to do that. The main thing I have to say is that I love my mom and dad very much. And I know they love me and Jenny. I think if they could just realize that they do love each other, and that they do have responsibilities, and that they can live up to them and be happy doing it, then everything is going to be okay. That's my feeling anyway. My mom and dad could be the best parents in the world. If the courts would make it so that they had to live up to what they said. I don't know if any of this is legal, but I know it's the truth.
Thank you, Christopher. Are there any further comments?
I'd like to say something. I think this kid's got more courage than all the rest of us put together. I'm honored to know him, and I pray to God there's a couple more around like him.
Well, you've raised some important issues here. In many ways, I'd like some time to consider these points before making my decision. But I know even now what that decision must be. The fact that this marriage doesn't work is not surprising. We see as many marriages that don't work as those that do. And it's not the job of this court to figure out why that is so, merely to deal with the fact, to make the inevitable as painless as possible. It's inevitable that the breakdown of any marriage is going to cause some pain to the children involved. Young man, your attempt to save your family is laudable. I might even say off the record, I agree with you. But son, I can find no legal precedent by which to give you the relief that you seek. Therefore, I must deny you any access.
He's right.
What's that?
He's right.
Mr. Mills?
He's right, Your Honor. I don't know if my wife agrees with me. I don't know if we can make it work, even if she does. But I know my son is right.
Mr. Mills, do I infer from your comments that you wish to terminate divorce proceedings at this time?
If my wife agrees.
If your wife is in agreement, you wish to terminate divorce proceedings at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Mills?
Yes.
Are you in agreement?
Yes.
Then we're adjourned. Congratulations, son. Good luck to all of you. Case dismissed.
Congratulations, sweetheart.
Wait, I gotta get a ride. You gonna ride, Reverend?
Well, I'm trying to find Merritt Parkway, then I wouldn't need to ride.
Who's gonna take Grandpa home?
Oh, I'm going to stay right here.
Did you give him a ride to America?
What?
Did you give him a ride to America?
I'm going downtown.
Nice to see you, too.
And don't forget my lighthouse picture.
Well, I'm going to still have the slot play next Thursday. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, you're in.
Yeah, all right.
Connie, the wedding. Are you going to come with us?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I know. So
Congratulations.
nobody wants me here all the time.
I'm trying to find Merritt Parkway.
Is it okay?
It's okay.
We have a family.
We have a family.
That's very good.
Did you pick your flavor yet?
Chocolate.